Real ghost story. Abraham Lincoln's spirit wanders the Capitol. When Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, was assassinated in 1865, the nation plunged into mourning. His death at Ford's Theater marked the end of a turbulent era, but what if his story didn't end there? What if the spirit of the great emancipator still roams the halls of the U.S. Capitol, where he once shaped a nation? Tonight, we explore the documented ghostly encounters tied to Abraham Lincoln at the Capitol in Washington, D.C., drawn from staff accounts, presidential testimonies, and historical records spanning over a century. These tales reveal a presence that lingers, a silent guardian of democracy in one of America's most hallowed buildings. The Capitol, a monument to history and hauntings, the U.S. Capitol, begun in 1793 and expanded over decades, stands as a symbol of American governance on Capitol Hill. Lincoln, who served from 1861 until his death, walked its corridors during the Civil War, drafting the Emancipation Proclamation in its quiet rooms. The building's construction incorporated marble from across the nation, and its crypt, intended for George Washington but never used, adds a layer of historical weight. Lincoln's connection deepened when his body lay in state in the Rotunda after his assassination, drawing thousands to pay respects. Local legend suggests his spirit never left, bound to the place where he fought for unity. By 2025, the Capitol remains a working government hub, yet visitors and staff report an uncanny presence, especially near the areas Lincoln frequented. Early hauntings at the Capitol, ghostly tales at the Capitol, predate Lincoln but surged after his death. Staff and lawmakers reported unexplained phenomena in the 19th century, often linked to the building's turbulent past. The most persistent rumor involves footsteps echoing in the Statuary Hall, a former house chamber where Lincoln once debated. In 1870, a night watchman named Thomas Hargrove recorded in his logbook a strange encounter. While patrolling the darkened hall, he heard deliberate footsteps approaching from the far end. Assuming a late senator, he called out, but no one answered. The steps grew closer, stopping just behind him, yet the space was empty. Hargrove noted a faint scent of cigar smoke, a habit Lincoln was known for, before the air grew still. Another early account comes from 1895, when a janitor, Samuel Pierce, was cleaning the rotunda late at night. He described seeing a tall, shadowy figure in a top hat near the center, its outline blurred but unmistakably Lincoln-like. As Pierce approached, the figure turned, its face obscured by shadow, then dissolved into the marble walls. These early sightings set the stage for Lincoln's enduring spectral presence. Encounters with Lincoln's spirit sightings of Abraham Lincoln himself began emerging shortly after his death, often tied to his personal spaces. The Lincoln bedroom, now part of the White House but once a symbolic extension of his legacy, became a focal point. In 1905, President Theodore Roosevelt, a robust and skeptical leader, confided to a close aide about an odd experience. While working late in the White House, he heard a knock at his door. Opening it, he saw no one but felt a heavy presence and heard a deep, resonant voice murmur, "Teddy, carry on." Roosevelt believed it was Lincoln, offering encouragement, and later admitted the encounter left him both unsettled and inspired. Another notable encounter came in 1942, during World War II, when First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt reported a similar presence. Working in the Lincoln bedroom on wartime correspondence, she felt a chill and sensed someone watching. Turning, she saw a faint outline of a man in a frock coat, his posture weary yet dignified. The figure faded as she spoke, leaving a lingering peace. Eleanor noted this happened during moments of national crisis, suggesting Lincoln's spirit offered solace. Modern encounters at the Capitol. The 21st century brought new witnesses to Lincoln's ghost, often during high-stakes political moments. The Capitol's underground corridors and the Speaker's lobby have become hotspots. In 2010, a security guard, Marcus Johnson, experienced something profound during a midnight shift. While monitoring cameras, he noticed a figure in 19th-century attire walking past the Statuary Hall. Checking live, he found the area empty, but the footage showed a tall man pausing, as if listening. Johnson described a warm sensation, unlike the usual cold associated with ghosts, and linked it to Lincoln's protective nature. Visitors in 2023, during a late tour, reported similar phenomena. A group from Ohio, led by guide Rachel Simmons, felt an unexplained pressure near the Rotunda's Lincoln statue. One visitor, Emily Carter, saw a translucent hand resting on the statue's shoulder, vanishing as others turned. Simmons, a 15-year Capitol veteran, noted such sightings spike during election years, hinting at Lincoln's interest in democracy's fate. Ongoing supernatural presence. Lincoln's spirit seems to persist into 2025, with ongoing reports adding to his legend. The Capitol's library, housing rare documents from his era, is a frequent sight. In 2021, a librarian, Clara Nguyen, found an open book on the Gettysburg Address, its pages fluttering despite closed windows. She smelled aged leather and heard a soft hum, like a voice reciting, before it stopped abruptly. The crypt below the Rotunda, though unused, hosts eerie sounds. In 2024, a maintenance worker, Javier Lopez, heard muffled footsteps descending the stairs during a power outage. Shining a flashlight, he saw nothing, but the air grew heavy and a faint laugh, gentle, not mocking, echoed. Lopez believes it was Lincoln, amused by the building's quiet moments. Visitors often report emotional shifts. In 2025, a school group touring the Capitol described feeling a comforting presence near Lincoln's bust, with one student hearing a whisper, "Keep learning." These accounts suggest a spirit tied to education and unity. The ghostly presence of Abraham Lincoln at the U.S. Capitol blends history, loss, and a lingering duty to his nation. Whether these encounters are true supernatural events or echoes of collective memory, they reflect Lincoln's enduring impact. In the marble halls where he once walked, his spirit seems to watch over, a silent sentinel amid modern debates. From the Statuary Hall's footsteps to the Rotunda's whispers, Lincoln's legacy lives on, bridging past and present. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this real ghost story and want more, please subscribe to Whispers and Nightmares and give the video a thumbs up. It only takes a second to do and is free, but greatly helps the channel. Good night.